let's move on because I want to talk about this MCU villains list because none of you guys have looked at this list, right?
No, well, Riley.
Riley,
No,
you
I
asked
started, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Let's bring it. Don't worry about it, Riley. You don't bring it up. I want them to bring it up here because I want to go from the worst one all the way to the top.
Do you want to bring it up here so we don't have to crane our necks?
Because here it is. Go all the way to the first one. Okay, so number 26. There's 26 of these. They have Whiplash
Dead last.
As dead last.
I don't.
I'm not with that at all.
Nope. I would put.
Hold on. Don't go down yet. So 26.
I think just not memorable at all.
He's not memorable, but he's not the worst.
No,
I like
that's what I'm
him in
saying.
it.
Just not memorable.
He's fine.
I
He just
really
wasn't
like him in
developed
it.
that well.
He
The
wasn't.
worst? He's not the worst.
He's not the worst.
No.
I'll.
And I know this is his opinion. I get it, but we're going to be saying that we don't agree with majority of these. So Whiplash, number 26, fundamentally disagree. Next one, also disagree with this one.
Yep.
Emil, Blonsky, Abomination, The Incredible Hulk. I love The Incredible Hulk. I think it's a good movie. I thought he was really good in the movie, and I think he's one of the better villains.
Yes,
I
he
put
should
him
be
way
a lot-
higher.
yeah.
Way higher. 25 is a travesty.
There's a couple of villains in my head that
you're okay
they
with
should
this,
be over.
Ross?
I just think that this is a lack of a rewatch.
Oh, yeah, but okay. You just think they haven't watched
movie.
it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
so long ago.
Right. Yeah, I think he's great. All right, go down here, 24. Now this asshole, Malekith, I'd put towards the end.
I put him last.
I put him
That's
last.
the one I was thinking because he barely is in it. Well, he's in it, but he's just kind of one note. And I want to bring darkness. That's it.
Yeah.
It's also the worst movie, and he's a huge part of why.
So Malekith to me is close to being ranked last. So
Yeah.
the 24, okay, because he's at least stinking up the bottom. Go, keep going. 23, Dormammu. No, Dormammu was a better villain than number 23, right? I know Roxy. Even I know you didn't like the movie, but do you think he was a bad villain?
The whole thing.
You hated the whole thing. So you're okay with him being this low?
Lower.
Okay. Riley.
I mean, he's not in it. It's Dormammu is just the end for me. But again, I think Dormammu would be lower than Abomination and what was the other one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Forget.
He could be. Now I don't even remember this person. Laufey.
I don't remember. I've seen all these movies. I don't remember
Laufey.
having him.
I don't even know who this is. Do you remember?
He's a
Laufey?
frost giant. Yeah,
Again,
he was the head of the
forgettable.
frost giants. Thor picks a fight with them.
Okay, so he could probably go last. To be honest, 'cause I don't
He's
even remember.
fine.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember.
The Thor villains were in
Not
both
great.
1 and 2 were not great.
Not great.
So I would put them towards the
Yeah.
end and put Dormammu and
And
Abomination
you know
above.
What? I don't even think Goldblum is ranked, and he should be because he's great in that movie. All right, go to 21. Ronan, because Ronan was in both movies. The 21 ranking's okay. He's a stinky villain. He wasn't very good. So 21, I'm okay with.
I like
Anybody?
him better than that.
You think he's a little higher? Mm-hmm. Okay, go next one. 20 is Caecilius from Doctor Strange. Roxy, you're still okay. So
a lot better than some of those. So
I think he's better. Yeah, 20.
I think that's a good spot
Yeah,
for
that's
him.
fine. No, 19. Alexander, no, this is ridiculous.
No, go way higher.
I'm gonna. He's in top 5 for me. So
Yeah.
go back, please. Alexander Pierce from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and number 19 is a travesty. It should easily top 5 villains for sure because it was the swerve, it was the fact that Robert Redford, all that stuff. So this is 19 is one of the biggest mishaps I think on this list.
Yeah.
18. Ghost.
Yeah.
Did she? But didn't she? Didn't she turn out to be good at the end?
I don't know. I've only seen it once. I think so.
Kind
In a
of.
sense,
I think that I really liked her actually, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
You put her higher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. So yeah. Oh yeah. See, they even said he says in this. Go
But
back.
I think that
he goes back up.
you
He
still
starts
call
it.
Darth Vader bad, right?
Yeah, but he's bad for the majority of it. Her mission is different. It's a little unfair to include Ghost because her character's more of an antagonist than a true villain.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so-
Like an anti-hero, I guess you could
But
call it.
good point. He says, but she's indeed the main baddie.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a valid point. I could that spot's fine. Keep
I
going.
liked her.
17, Darren Cross. I think he could be a little higher up on the list. I think he's in top 10 for me. You guys?
Yeah.
Top 10?
Not top 10.
I would say maybe I'd put him at 15.
Okay.
So a couple spots higher.
Okay. All right, keep going. 16, General Ross. Yeah, same. I guess same thing. I don't really see him as a villain. I mean, I guess he, for his perspective.
I would put him lower than this because, again, with the so.
Yeah, I would put him if we're gonna rank him at all, he'd be much higher, lower down.
Yeah.
Because I just don't really. I see him. he was more going after Banner because the thing that happened with his daughter and everything too. He's not really.
You understand where he's coming from.
Abomination is a villain. I don't really see Ross. But I can understand because he is the one that basically puts the serum in
Abomination.
Before he becomes Abomination, he put the super serum in him. So, all right, keep going. Jan Rog from Captain Marvel. He's too high ranked for me. You have to have seen Captain Marvel at this point, so this is gonna be a spoiler. Jude Law to me has played the I'm good. No, just kidding. I'm bad.
Just kidding.
So many times now that it was so predictable when he was cast. I'm like, well, he's bad.
I really liked him.
You liked him?
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
Good ranking for you?
Well, I think that when we're talking about true villains, I think there was an issue in this movie about not having a lack of a true villain. But I thought that he did well with the material that was given to him.
Okay,
so if I'm ranking Jude Law, I'd put him higher. But I guess Jan Rog, whose name I just learned right now for the first time.
Yeah. All right, let's go a little quicker here. 14, Hela, Thor. I'd put her a lot.
I'd put her a lot higher.
Me too, way higher.
Yeah.
She's the only thing. She's the only thing that only female villain that you just remember so hard.
And she just
bomb.
loved. She was chewing the scenery in a good way.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so good.
13, Winter Soldier. He's definitely a villain in that movie, and he should be way higher.
He might be my number one.
Yeah.
I mean, top 3 for sure for me.
He's in top 5 for me, absolutely. So,
one of the best backstories to a villain ever.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah. So now 12. This is silly.
Get him.
Aldrich Killian at number 12. This is silly. Put
him lower.
He's in 20, maybe 18. No,
I barely remember.
Yeah, no, thank you. 11. Zemo, same thing. It's fine.
I think that's a good spot for me, actually.
At 11?
Yeah, maybe 11? A little bit lower. Maybe 15.
I'm going 15.
He's in the back half of my...
Yeah.
Because I wanted more. There was so much potential with him. I liked his motivation. I liked the connection to his family, but then it just kind of petered out.
Justin Hammer is number 10.
Get him higher.
Come on, higher?
Yes.
You would want him in the top?
I
really?
love Sam Rockwell
in
Iron Man 2. I'm sorry, he's one of the comical villains. When he does this thing where he's like, I got your bird, and then he's like, listen, and he holds up his hand and he has a self-tanner all over his hand. I just love him.
Wow, okay. See, Ultron to me is too high. I think Ultron...
Way too high.
Yeah, because Ultron could have been the Vader of the series and could have been what I thought... What Thanos became, I thought Ultron was going to be, because the trailers, strings, amazing.
Ultron ultimately ended up busting the whole movie.
Yeah. Obadiah Stane, I can put him in the top 10 only because of legacy, because he was one of the first villains that I think he delivered.
First.
Yeah,
in the MCU.
Yeah. All right, so I'll put him in the top 10 for sure. The rankings are over. Go down a little bit because the rankings are go down. Keep going.
Wait, why did we go from 8 to 5?
Because the rankings are off. 7's right there. 7 is Red Skull. I'm okay with Red Skull in the top 10. Mm-hmm. I think he's good. I could probably put him in the 10 spot. But then number 6 is Ego. Come on. I don't love this movie, so I would put Ego in maybe number 20.
No, I'd put him right around there.
You put him at 6?
Top 10.
Really? Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, this is the most. Now, I said the ridiculous thing before. This is the most ridiculous on the entire list.
Yeah.
Thanos at number 5.
5.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Where do you put him?
1.
1?
Yeah.
I think I might put him 2, but
I think there's an argument to be made that you can, depending on this list, depending on everybody in the room.
Now turn around and look at this. This is.
That's to
piss people off.
No.
The Mandarin Trevor Slattery is the number 4
above Thanos.
That's to piss people off.
That's to piss people off. That you cannot. Yeah. I don't understand that whatsoever.
Yeah. Adrian Toomes at 3. I would put him in top 10. I think I think the last 2 years have seen some of the best.
Bothers me at some points.
He does, but he's
no, not he does in general in this role.
That role. But anyway, what I'm saying is the MCU has had over the last 2 years, because for a long time the villain work was pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
We've seen Michael Keaton. We've seen Killmonger, which ranks in at number 2, and Thanos obviously. But there's and Loki at number 1. I just think Loki.
If you call him a villain.
Yeah. He was
for the most part he was
clearly the villain in the first Avengers.
And Thor.
I would put Loki as number 2. I would have Thanos as number 1. I would have Loki as number 2. I would have Killmonger as number 3.
I'm having your same list.
Yeah, and four I would actually have
Bucky.
Robert Redford. Bucky for Winter Soldier, yes, and then 5 I had Robert Redford. Those are my top 5.
Yeah.
But the come on, the Ben Kingsley, get him out of there. He's not even a villain. He's a ridiculous drunk actor. He's not even a villain.
Yeah.
Silly.
I think Loki, Thanos, Bucky, Killmonger for my top 4.
I could make the argument for Loki number 1, but I gotta go Thanos, Loki, Killmonger. I'd go Bucky, and then
So we have the same top 4.
And Justin Hammer for you.
No.
Oh.
No. But I like, he would be like 7 or 8.
And then honestly, Hela's probably my 5.
But I
she's
love
so
Keaton
dope.
and Homecoming.
Yeah, they're good.
He's close to top 5.
Brett?
So
Thanos 1 through 5.
Thanos,
Okay.
good.
You got it.
And just like that, we'll snap you out. All right.